Dallas is hosting its first Super Bowl in 26 years. Vikings owner Mark Wilf says he hopes more northern cities get a chance to host next. I'm not sure he factored in the -7 when he said that. That's the temperature in Minneapolis this morning. Doesn't mean the weather hasn't been great. So for an update on that, we turn to weatherman Rob Gronlowski.
It's freezy out here in Minneapolis. It's freezy out here in Minneapolis. It's freezy out here in Minneapolis.
He doesn't know what city he's in. Like, he thinks he does, but he thinks it's Minneapolis.
He just pronounced it wrong. He knows where he is.
Listen, I might work
That was
with
what
someone,
you took. Of all the things in there, that's what you took effort?
I consider myself something of an expert in knowing if someone is simply mispronouncing something,
right,
or if they don't know the word they're saying.
You know what?
That was a man that doesn't know the word he's saying.
As my personal interpreter, yes.
Thank you, Cece.
Cece, serious question. Is it freezy in Minneapolis?
Jenna. It's so cold. It's a different kind of cold. It's dangerous cold. Like, you can't walk 2 or 3 blocks like without a hat or a scarf and have your face and everything covered. This is not. I love these people, but I don't love this weather.
No. Minnesota nice is a real thing, but Minnesota cold is also a real thing, as everyone is experiencing this week.
Well, listen, it's really cold in the studio, so I can totally relate to what people are going through.
74 degrees in here, and it's got a heater rolled over to her during the breaks.
Keep moving on. Let's talk a little hoops. The internet was set ablaze yesterday after a report LeBron James could consider the Warriors as a free agent destination this offseason, or as a vacation destination as well, whatever. James has been famously tight-lipped about his impending decision and has left all options on the table. The opposite of tight-lipped is a syndrome known as Kevin Durant. Durant was asked about this report and shockingly did not mince words.
But, you know, in this league, you know, just like a couple years ago, me coming here, nobody would have thought that. So it's part of me as a basketball player that's just like, let's just worry about basketball. And then on the other side, we know this is business as well, and a lot of crazy things have happened since I've been in the league, and and even when years in the future, there's going to be even crazier things that's going to happen. So I just want people to enjoy what really goes on in between the lines.
You hear that, CC? He just wants people to enjoy what goes on between the lines and not focus on rumors and crazy things and fake Twitter accounts and shoe soles and all of it. What was your reaction to Durant's comments, CC, about LeBron James?
Well, as an athlete, I believe that KD probably took it personal. And you have to believe, like, who LeBron James is. Like, we as people in the media who cover him, guys in the NBA who are his colleagues and competing against him. I mean, like Steph Curry. Steph Curry wakes up in the morning, he realizes he's not LeBron James. All right, now he's not envious of LeBron James. He's got a special place in people's heart and in basketball fans and as far as the history of basketball. But Kevin Durant, like, who is he? Now, Kevin Durant probably will finish up as a top 10 player. Nick and I have discussed this at length, so Nick has me believing he'll be a top 10 player. But he probably will be the most disrespected of the players in the top 10. And why is that? Because he played in an era with who? LeBron James. And so now he leaves practice, and his first question is, hey, there's rumors as a free agent, LeBron might try the Warriors. He probably was like, that's insulting. I was the answer to all the Warriors' questions. Now, me and these guys, because Steph has 2 championships and the rest of the, Clay and Draymond, they have 2. But KD, what does he have? He's got 1. So he needs to get, LeBron's got 3. Steph and them are trying to tie LeBron. So he's always been on the back burner as far as LeBron James. And now saying that LeBron would be coming to join him, that would be the worst thing could ever happen to KD and his Twitter accounts and all his ghostwriters and all that.
Well, and in that Chris Haynes story, part of the way they were going to get LeBron, theoretically, was LeBron was going to take the Supermax, $36 million a year for a guy with 16-year service, and KD was going to take a further pay cut than the one he's already taken. So it's like, listen, LeBron's in this theoretical universe. LeBron's getting all the money. KD, we're actually going to need you to take less money. But I did find Durant's quotes interesting. Like, his first words were, "It's BS." But then afterwards, he was like, "But people probably thought it was crazy when they said I might come here." And by the way, people did think it was crazy. When Chris Broussard first mentioned it at his previous job, back when the Warriors, I think, were 24-1, people thought Broussard was making it up. When Adrian Wojnarowski wrote the article about it, when the Warriors were 37-4, as our great producer Brumley reminded me this morning, people thought Woj was nuts. So people looked at that with enormous skepticism, and it happened. People look at this with, I think, even more skepticism, and I do not believe it will happen. But Durant's comments were, listen, crazy things happen in this league. He didn't, like, slam the door shut on it. The guy that I want to hear from this, though, is not Durant, but it's the guy who never talks. It's Clay. Clay is the guy that in the article they said they would trade away. Clay, a guy who once scored 60 points in 29 minutes. Clay, who had a 37-point quarter in this league. Clay, a guy who, by the way, the only reason Durant, not the only reason, but one of the reasons Durant is in Golden State is because the Thunder blew a 3-1 lead to the Warriors. Why did they blow that lead? Because Clay went absolute in fuego in Game 6 of that series. And now Clay, theoretically, would be the odd man out in this scenario. Again, Chris, neither you nor I think Kevin Durant or LeBron James is going to sign with the Warriors. But the commentary surrounding it is interesting. But I got a question for you, CC. Right now, if I told you one of these two things was going to happen, which do you think is more likely? LeBron goes to the Warriors or LeBron stays in Cleveland?
Oh, stays in Cleveland. Okay. I think there's zero chance of him going to the Warriors.
And I think there's close to zero chance he goes to the Warriors. I also think the only way he stays in Cleveland is if they win the title. Like, it seems like...
then he's just a little bit above the zero. It's a less than 5% chance that he stays in Cleveland.
Wow. Ohio's own
His
Chris
percentage
Carter.
chance staying in Cleveland is around whatever the temperature is.
Oh, so it's negative. It's -7. Got it. Yeah. Good to know, CC.
All right. Well, coming up, who's got more on the line Sunday, Tom Brady or Nick Foles? We'll talk about that next on First Things First.